Tracklocross Nationals just happened in Oakland, California. We're in Oakland, and it's Tracklocross Nationals. It's a type of wildcat. Didn't someone say that?
Oh, yes, that's funny.
That was my favorite response. What is tracklocross? It's riding track bikes on a cyclocross course. Yeah! Oh, man. Tracklocross is brakeless. You're doing it on a fixed hub, and you can modify the bike however you want. There's no regulations on that yet. So fatter tires, cyclocross frame, but no brakes. I've done a few tracklocross races. I did not film the one I did on the snow in New York, but Terry Berenstein did, so you can click on that if you want to see it. I did film one of the ones I did in LA, but it was actually ended up being a little bit more like an alley cat, that one. I think it's just because Golden Saddle Cyclery didn't have much time to prepare for that race. But we had to run a crap load of stairs. So if you want to see that video, that's there. I'd been so busy with work, it actually wasn't entirely on my radar, but my friend Laura was coming to town from New York City, Brooklyn to be exact. Laura won the regional championships in New York and was coming to Oakland for the Nationals. Where are we?
We're at National.
National what?
Tracklocross National.
Yes, Laura! So I took one look at this course and was like, I really better not. With my injury track record right now, I've just gotten better with my knee surgery, and my wrist was pretty wrecked from the wreck in Tulsa. I just decided it was better for me to avoid any future injuries, especially with something like tracklocross that I'm so inexperienced, I would say. But oh my God, there was some incredible bike handling. Come on, Queens! Yes! Doing great. There was 3 races we could watch. As a spectator, I was having a blast. People were just slamming down this crazy, like, dusty descent that ended in a bush that we called the safety bush.
Safety bush! Safety bush! Safety bush!
Safety bush
the whole time.
Dress yourself, safety bush! We made it to the safety bush.
Get. Alligator eyes. Alligator eyes.
Yeah! I love how she sends that. Spoiler alert, I got poison oak. As you can see in Kevin's onboard footage, it gets a little wild. Kevin, shout out to Kevin, thank you for giving me his onboard footage. His first lap is just like the absolute chaos.
A couple more gravel kings back there. It's popular time. No!
Fucking Kevin!
Like the pros!
Oh my God.
It's a bike race, not a running race!
Incredibly, on that sketchy, crazy course, no one really injured themselves majorly. Oh! Getting too rad! Getting too rad! Laura actually went down and hit her head and cracked her helmet.
My helmet is cracked. Oh, look at the foam in here. Like, I don't know.
You hit your head so hard.
I saw the rock and I was like, nah. Look at this. Bang, 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 bang.
Use this water to clean yourself off.
Yeah,
Do you want to?
This really hurts right here.
Do you want to clean it off? And she was so bummed out. I felt really bad for her. But luckily, she was wearing a helmet and it wasn't too serious, and she did not have a concussion, which is what we were worried about. So better luck next time. Laura, you're still an incredible crusher in my eyes.
It's like I went through the pump track, I wasn't even clipped in, I just had my legs out. Like, the dude was like, oh my God, that was crazy. I was like, that was so fun.
So this is the North American National Championships of Tracklocross, which is a pretty new sport at this point. I think it's been around for about 4 or 5 years. The whole series is put on by Jean of Resistance Racing with a lot of help from other volunteers, Monica, Mish, a couple other people. Kel, they all help organize this event. He does a great job of making it really inclusive, which is kind of what's so cool about Tracklocross, is that it's been birthed in this like bike messenger, bike punk scene, dirt punk scene, and it's super inclusive. Like there was a category that was specified as non-cis male category.
So you guys will have your own race completely, which is rad. This is the first time ever. Thank you guys.
I feel like Tracklocross just shows that you can make anything a sport as long as you're super enthusiastic and inclusive. The WTF field was lit up. It came down to a bitter battle between Mish and Sammy, and eventually Sammy pulled through, which I don't think was a huge surprise to anybody because Sammy's a freaking monster.
How's it to be a wiener?
A wiener?
You're such a wiener.
Good job. Okay. But what was a surprise to me was how hard Mish fought her. The men's field was a serious throwdown between Kazel from Oakland and Kel, who I think is also from Oakland.
Yeah, Kel!
So as Tracklocross national champion, do you have plans to go to the world champs in Japan?
Definitely. And winning national champs, I think, is going to help that out.
NorCal, like, they can light up some dirt racing, I will say. They have a reputation for being the kings and queens of dirt, and I think they really held that up in this race. I feel like every person that competed in this race is a winner. I know that sounds stupid, but what a course. It was such a crazy course. Pretty sure the World Championships are happening in Japan, so that's where Kel and Sammy will be going, and look for Tracklocross series next year because it's only getting bigger and weirder and harder.
Party to the airport. Go make that flight back to New York. Love you. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Bye, babe.
I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It was wild, it was wacky, it was fun. It was hard to be a spectator and not a racer, but I'm really happy with spectating. I'm glad I know my limits. Hopefully I'll be back to racing it next year. I am already riding on dirt, but not brakeless dirt riding just yet. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and to all my fans out there who watch all my videos, support on Patreon. Silence your cell phone. Support on Patreon. All right, later.